Alright, um, this is going to be a shorter update because I realized I'm really close to the end of the pack actually. I think the next update will be when I automate these wither skeleton skulls in this puzzle and the nether stars probably. The nether stars will be used using a mob grinder. This thing right here. It's because the mob grinder requires draconic. It might just be when I get the dragon head. So wither skeleton skull, puzzle, and dragon head. And then after the dragon head, it's basically like the home stretch at this point. So I started some Thumbcraft. I don't really like Thumbcraft that much. Like I know this is a hot take, but like the crafts are really annoying to make, and like sometimes the taint like ruins your base. So I'm really excited for the whatchamacallit. I'm really excited for the I'm really excited for like the cheat sheet, and I think once again I'll just go by my order of how I did things. So the first thing I did was I set up this signalum, this like signalum chain here. I did the same thing. I put a fluid fabricator here with the fluidic fabrication augment, and so what this was able to do was I could just pump in. I didn't have to like make a physical destabilized redstone bucket. I could just like pump in some destabilized redstone, and it would just make the thing for me. So all I needed to do was pulverize some copper or some silver, and then pump in a bucket of destabilized redstone, and it would give me and then it would just give me the recipe. So it was just like it's a lot simpler that way. Yeah. I cleared out this back area. This is my dirt chain, right? I cleared out this back area. I cleared out the survival gens that were here. The big like hunk of just like stuff here. And then I just replaced it with a single exporter that exports lava from this place over here. This is my lava, my lava chain. So I had enough space for this. I also set up this this pretty simple sulfur chain. I don't need that much, so I only set it to like 4 stacks. And then this one is the Fluxed Electrum blend. I set up some Fluxed Electron stuff. I don't know why Electrum stuff, because I don't know why I did it. I know that for the dragon head I needed this fluxed armor plating. I don't think anything else requires the flexed stuff. So I don't know. I just did it because this place seemed a little lonely, and why not? It's not that big of a deal. It's pretty simple. Otherwise, I did a little bit of Botania because you need Botania. Let's see. Open uses. You need for these crystals, you need to throw Rune of Balance into the Elven Gateway core. So I didn't realize I needed to do that. So all I did was I just expanded out my Botania area a little bit, and I added a terrestrial agglomeration plate, and then I added this Elven Gateway thing. And then what I'm also able to do is this cheat sheet, and then yeah, just this paper gives me a cheat sheet, so I don't have to go through like a ton of this research. I can just I can just use this cheat sheet, and then I get a ton of the research already. So I didn't really have to do that much. One thing that I did have to do though is the reason why you still see this research table here was because it didn't give us liquid death, and I did a little bit of digging for all the recipes here. Oof. And you need milk. Milk is not that bad. It's just a ton of protein soup. And my protein soup setup is down here. I don't know what else I needed. Oh, I needed a little bit of podzol for mushrooms. For mushrooms, right here, and then the mushrooms give us nether wart. Yeah, so it's just a fermenter here. It's just protein soup. You put in some biomass. It doesn't require that much. You can manually farm this biomass. It's not that big of a deal. And you just chuck it in here, and then you do whatever recipe you need. I was creating some podzol here, mycelium, and then the mycelium would give us, and then the mycelium would give us mushrooms, and then the mushrooms would give us nether wart. And then you can just grow nether wart inside an insulator. But first you need nether meat, and nether meat is this bloody rock. I think mushrooms are also needed for something. Oh, mushrooms are needed for the rune of balance. It's just some mushroom stew. And mushroom stew is pretty easy. It is protein soup on some mycelium. So yeah, really easy stuff. Not that big of a deal. I ran out of space, as you can see. I tried building something. I don't know. I extended this upward, and then maybe there could be 2 towers here and here, but yeah, it's still a big work in progress because I'm near the end of the pack, and I think the really only other big space I need is this room right here. So if I don't need to expand anymore, I'm probably just gonna rip all this down, and I'm gonna cap it off, and then I'll just finish these rooms off. But in this room is emeralds, and in this room over here is my finished diamond factory. This is coal cokes. I just put in some pulverized charcoal, and then the pulverized charcoal gets turned into coal inside a coke oven. And then this is just for creosote, because creosote is really slow, so I just have it passively being made here. I don't need creosote that much anymore, so it's fine with just one. But when I needed it back when I was making this entire setup, I needed a lot of it, so I just added some of these. The reason why I'm not putting any mechanical users on them is due to the fact that if you use too many and you speed up a single machine or a single block too much, it actually lags your world. I was experiencing some pretty heavy rubber banding issues when I chained together 4 of them, and yeah, I just kind of gave up, so I just had it sit there. In this room over here, I have my arc furnace. I made oopsies. I used the metal press to make my graphite electrodes when I could have just easily made this here, and then I would have had a full 100% graphite electrode. But hindsight is 2020, as they say. Here the steel isn't too bad to make. I just had to wait a little bit. This is some pretty standard industrial engineering, immersive engineering stuff. I have 1K steel ingots, inside my system. It's literally just pumped inside my system, I think. Like, I don't have a drawer for it. Oh, I do have a drawer for it. Oh, never mind then. I don't even realize what I've done. So yeah, I have this here, and then I have charcoal being produced right here because my charcoal production elsewhere is pretty low because I didn't need it before I was gonna make all this steel. So I just added a simple redstone furnace. It isn't even upgraded, it's just really simple. And then this is my diamond production. Diamonds are pretty difficult to make, all things considered. Diamonds are made in the arc furnace using lapis and this compressed cobalt. And this compressed cobalt is a compressed dense cobalt, and then that is 8 compressed cobalts, which is cobalt put through here. So each one of these is 64 coal. So a stack of coal turns into 1 diamond, if you do the math. A dense cobalt is 8 compound cobalts, and each compound cobalt is 8 coal. So if I were to order any of them, I would need a lot of this. So what I just have, is I just have a pulverizer with 2 mechanical users on it that just pulverizes a ton of coal really fast. And it's not that big of a thing. It keeps up decently well. It doesn't keep up best. But the real bottleneck are these metal presses, because these metal presses only run at a certain rate. So this one has to run 64 times in order to make 1 diamond. So diamonds are really slow. That's why also we don't use that many diamonds, so that's why I only have 2 stacks stocked up. But yeah, that's about it. And then this one is just for personal use. I just made 3 for personal use. And this is my diamond area. It wasn't making this was really annoying because of all the engineering blocks and whatnot. The more annoying part was the hop graphite, because I needed to make an industrial squeezer for literally 1 craft. It was very annoying. Over here, I have a couple of machines. The main chain is making gold coins to make paper wealth, and then this is just cactus green and paper. I have an interface exporting paper with a crafting upgrade that just exports paper through here, although I don't know why paper is not being exported. Is it because I have no sugarcane? No, I have so much sugarcane. Yeah, I have so much sugarcane. I don't know why paper is not being made. Yeah, what? Yeah. Is paper being pumped somewhere else? No, there's a filter here for paper. I'm so confused. Oh, is it because there's 64 cactus green in here? Here, let me make some paper. What? This is... Why is paper... Huh. Oh, now paper's being made. Okay, that's strange. I have a crafting upgrade in here. Maybe I need more than one crafting upgrade? Crafting upgrade. Boom. There you go. I have a ton of crafting upgrades in here. Anyways, so, but to make gold coins, you need this numismatic press, and this numismatic press, you needed an emerald in the first place. So, how you do that is that there's actually two recipes. You can use a coagulated blood, some sweat, blood, and tears. You can use some sweat, blood, and tears to create paper wealth, and you can do it through Thaumcraft. And I don't suggest that because you need to research it, and because basalts are not researched. Basalts are like somewhere around here. I don't know. Basalts are somewhere. Oh wait, yeah. You need to get a ton of taint in your world. You need to literally start producing taint factory essentially, and then you can make basalts, or you can just. This is so stupid. If you do this, there's a nice little trick of using Content Tweaker to see what you need. And yeah, so there's red herring right here, which is really funny, and there's void carrot, which is also very cool. Yeah, so you can make void carrots, and then for some reason I don't wait what? Oh, huh. I guess yeah. So there's a ton of interesting things that you can make. And if you go to this one, drawing of a one-legged puppy, you can right-click to totally not cry. So, you get a ton of tears when you use it. It's that simple. So, that was really easy. So, emeralds were actually, you could probably get emeralds, like really early into the game. Like, you didn't have to wait this long to get emeralds. And emeralds are, of course, a required step. So that's diamond and emeralds. That's like the bulk of what I did. Yeah, I think there's one more thing. Oh yes, there is one more thing. There is this thing, this giant reactor here. And it's okay. If anyone knows why this toggles 2 times, please tell me, because I don't know why. Whenever it gets used, it'll toggle 2 times, and then the second time it won't. It'll turn it off and turn it back on again. So what I have here is I have an observer. I have a redstone signal here, because I need to access this reactor redstone port. But I have this set to 80%, and it'll only activate while it's above 80%. So, and this is a pulse thing. And then I have here where it toggles on pulse. So it'll pulse it'll pulse whenever it's above 80, and it'll pulse whenever it's below 20. So the first time it pulses, it will turn it on. So the first time it pulses, right? It pulses, which is when it's below 20, it'll turn it on. And the next time it pulses, which is above 80, it'll turn it off. And then we'll use power until we're below 20 again. And then this thing will shoot out one more time. And then it'll pulse. But this one pulses twice. I don't know why. So, you know, for the one person, for the negative 2 people that watch, you know, I want to know why this thing pulses twice. I don't understand. Yeah, so I made it, this reactor is like really inefficient, but I have a ton of fuel. Like it's not even funny how much fuel I have. Yeah, 128 blocks. You know, 1,000 like yellorium. Yellorium is really easy to make. It's just a alloy between energized glowstone and lava. So what I have here, it's kind of a goofy setup. I tried so many things, but the only way I could really get it to like work well, I tried first, right, getting it to like only input like a specific number of buckets. But if I had it, like if I put it on a crafter, the crafter would dump all the alloys, like both liquids in at once, and it'll alloy. But it, like as it alloys, it'll dump more liquid, so it'll just be like it'll back up and it'll get clogged. So the only way I could think of doing it, like well not think of, the only way I figured out doing it was I have these 2 mechanical users here, one that only accepts lava, one that only accepts energized glowstone, and then I have recipes that use the flow transposer to automatically create the buckets, and then I pump the empty buckets back out. But yeah, and then I have it to activate on pulse with a timer every 15 seconds, because the magma crucible is actually the bottleneck here. I could set it to like 10 seconds, but the magma crucible can't melt for glowstone dust in 10 seconds. Yeah, so I have it, and then what happens is that every time that this timer pulses, right? That this timer like pulses every 15 seconds, and it'll send the pulse to these are receivers to these mechanical users here, which will dump the 2 things in here, which will then alloy very quickly because of this mechanical user, and it will automatically get dumped out using this drain right here. So it's a really long and stupid process, but it's the best way that I could figure out how to do it. So you know, so yeah, this is like from a video 7 years ago. Like I took a lot of inspiration from that video, but I don't think he did it exactly like this. I think he used a couple other items. Yeah, so this is, I think, a little bit of a shorter one than last one. Thank God, by the way. The last one was like 40 something minutes. But yeah, so that's like the update so far. I think the next one will be when I get the dragon head and maybe automate the last 2 side ingredients. I think being able to automate the clay would be really cool. I'd have to figure out how to automate like the wither, because the mechanical placers will understandably be Oh wait, like destroyed. But maybe I think RF Tools has something. RF Tools might have something like a blueprint. Yes, projector. Never mind. Scanner, remote scanner, power cell, block protector. Ooh. Yeah. Or like a builder. Yeah, like build structures. I think this is what we want. RF Tools to make the wither. But yeah, and the drop of evil is also okay. Sorry. This true clay requires this drop of evil, and this drop of evil is pretty low chance, I think, to make. So yeah, it's kind of bad. But I don't know. Other than that, it's yeah. I think this is about it. Yeah. This is my progress so far. There isn't that much progress. Oh, right here is my snowball crater, which is the glacial projector, and this is my blizz powder for cryotheum dust, because cryotheum dust is used for Signalum upgrade kits, and I thought that I needed this EXP, and I was like, damn, I can't, EXP is kind of hard to come by. Also, I'm using a lot of machines for smelting, not like this one might have some. This one might have some EXP if the mechanics are like the same. Oh damn. Maybe I'll stop this. Oh, no EXP. Okay. Whatever. Yeah, but I don't get that much EXP from anything, really. Yeah. So yeah, there's no EXP from the furnaces, so I was like, damn, how am I gonna make all that liquid cryothium? But I missed something, which is Essence of Knowledge. Essence of Knowledge is just literally just like liquid EXP. Like yeah, it's just liquid EXP, but like you can't like use it in your actual person as real EXP. But it's essentially the same, and it's just melting these thinker statues. And these thinker statues I've already created from the many processors and whatnot that I need to use for all the refined storage stuff. Yeah. I think that's about it. Yeah. So once again, pretty cool.